Dear Grace, finally have a rant. No, it's not a rant, it's a challenge. I forget what Grok said. Around 1 million physicists. I'm gonna pound coffee and see if I can say that word by the end of this podcast, Grace. So my challenge is either figure out this gravity shit, get all your theories together and find one that solves everything, then find the little particle. The wave doesn't count, or your wave detector doesn't count because what created the wave? And if it's all waves, then you should be able to explain it better. You can't. The wave you're measuring is the ripple in the pond, so to speak, when someone throws in a rock. That's straight from Grok. That's not my theory, but that's from Grok. Whether you believe that son of a bitch or not is up to you. Gravity or homelessness. That's all physicists need to do. This is a test of a new tooth. Physicists. The way I see it, Grace. Loved by no one, hated by everyone. Either's a perfect scenario. So I'm going to go back to ragging on physicists just a little bit longer. Back outside doing my daily run. See if we can find a victim or not. But it's Sunday. Sunday, walking to the train station. I slept 12 hours last night, maybe 14, maybe 16, I'm not sure. I slept a lot last night. No dreams, per se, but I did come up with a story idea about my UFO. And with a whole lot more design specifications, which is why I need let's say there are 1 million competent physicists who ever lived. Let's say 1 million, preferably alive, but dead or alive. I'd be surprised if 1 million people couldn't figure out anything on this planet. Anyways, let's just pretend they figured it out. And I was the first person to design a UFO. Basically, the UFO isn't sentient, but kind of acts that way. Basically just AI, but as an example. I know I keep making asshole jokes, or me taking photos of my asshole jokes. It's because I have a hemorrhoid and I'm tempted to take a picture because I've never really seen a hemorrhoid before. For some reason I don't Google it. True story, check my history. So, as I said before, my UFO has a big donut hole in the middle. It can open up and close. Kind of like a aperture on camera lens. You have two apertures at the top and bottom that can completely seal the middle part. But for the most part, it's used in donut hole shape because it's easier to do things like pick up water, ice cold water from the Arctic, and fly it down south for Dave so you can have his ice bath and show Jogan who the real fucking man is. Train 310. I'm not autistic. He is playing autistic on TV. Anywho, one of the tasks I would give my UFO is shit remover. If you think about it, shit and piss are not the problems. It's all the other chemicals and crap. Pardon the pun. Alright, Grace, here's the loophole. Or actually, here's a loophole. I mentioned it in a video a second ago. The hoop hole and the loophole is an R. I don't necessarily have to give it away to an exact person in need. I just need a situation where a person in need gets the card. If you think I'm talking in riddles, I am, because it'll sound more impressive. Anyways, a young lady, right after I took the video, right after I took the video, the young lady sitting down asked me if I had a lighter. I said I did. She pulls out some weed, offers me a very expensive looking pre-roll, and me, being the greedy bastard that I am, took it. Those fancy ones with the plastic filters, and I didn't realize there's a little stopper in there, so it took me a few tries to light it. But as usual, calm, cool, collected. Sure she didn't notice. Anyways, once I got that stopper out, holy motherfucker. About 2 puffs of that, and I was chatty Cathy. And I still am. Which is a good thing, because I didn't feel like doing this fucking podcast today. But back to loophole. Had a nice chat with this young lady. She shared her weed with me, even though that was my plan. She beat me to it. So at the end, because she didn't look like she actually needed a subway card, I said to her, "It doesn't look like you're in need financially." She said, "No, I'm not." And I had the brilliant, almost genius idea. I'll give her the card, and then she can give it to someone else, and then she'll feel good about giving away $20. And I'll feel good about giving away $20. And if she was a big fat liar and could actually use a $20 subway card, then she got one. So I'm saying that's a win-win-win, Grace. And saves me making the decision. Back to the shit and the UFO. If you think about it, for most of mankind, shit was dealt with just by putting in a hole or putting in a pile so it decomposed. Then you dig another hole or dig another pile. It's only when people started playing in shit and getting parasites and shit like that, you're gonna get all freaked out. Which brings me back to the UFO. My little UFO can also sort of like suck up a pond, or suck up a wastewater pond, and carry it out into the forest, or out into the ocean, or out to wherever I feel I'll be best suited. In some ways I should have just recorded that conversation, because now it's going to be played back in my head for the next hour or two. I tell you, they get some pretty big ships up into this part of the river. I'm not going to bore you with another photo, because I'm still going to put up a whole bunch of old photos as well today. Grace. CN train and squishy shoes. It's my genius plan, Grace, for the rest of this podcast. I'll put up some photos and describe them via audio, and that way I don't have to write captions. And if you actually care, you can scroll down on your phone and look at the photos as I describe their magnificence, their beauty, their extraordinary framing, and their above average color and contrast. I tell you, the one thing Kill Tony will teach you is confidence. If you fake it. Fake it till you make it. Top rising community. Top rising young comedian. That's exactly what he was. Until he became a top comedian. No longer needed rising. Blah blah blah. Can't speak. Used up my voice on real people. I guess a real person. Longest conversation I've had in a while. Dentist didn't say too much, which was nice. Especially since I'm still bad mouthing her for no reason whatsoever. Did a perfect job. There's one more joke and I can't leave it on the table. That's in her washroom. Because it's not a personal washroom, but in the washroom of the dental office. They have a full mirror behind the toilet, which means for men, especially fat man, you get to see your dick whether you want to or not, or you have to sit down and pee. I assume it's a two-way mirror. And I don't want them to see my butthole. So I stood up and peed instead of sitting down. If I'm not taking a picture of my butthole, I don't want my dentist stealing it via some two-way mirror scam. Holy shit, that weed I smoked with that girl is bringing out all this weird creative shit. It's not like me at all. Normally I'm straight-laced, no swearing, nothing. I blame the youth. Oh, I got one more dentist joke. It's on the tip of my tongue. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I suggest you just record yourself continually. And when you get that spark of brilliance, your mind won't fade away like mine does. Fuck. I'm saying caffeine over nicotine for focus, grace. Who the fuck knows for sure? It's a perfect recruitment tool, Grace. Get someone else to hand out the card on behalf of the School of Comedy, and then they get this warm, fuzzy feeling inside for doing something good. And then they go back to the School of Comedy and actually read or listen, and then they spread the word, or sign up for $5 a month, or they tell me, hey, I'd love to pay you $5 a month, but I can't afford to because I'm a because I'm a student, or because I'm a cheap son of a bitch.